It was quite a drive to get to Writing on Stone, and since we were going to be there for tubing, I thought, let's go and do some of the cultural stuff too. And so I invited the kids to spend 15 minutes with me, although I ended up, after the 15 minutes, as we were headed out, asking a couple questions of a guide, and she went and got an interpreter, and took probably another 15 minutes. And Sam was not impressed. Um, but anyway, as we went in there, and I was actually quite impressed with the correlations between writing on stone and principles that are taught in the Book of Mormon. Um, and you wouldn't think that necessarily, but to start off with the name writing on stone, um, if you think of in the Book of Mormon, there's a reference there where the author says that we write on plates because anything we don't write on plates will basically be lost with the ravages of time. That's obviously not even close to a direct quote, and I'm not precisely sure which author said that, but I can find it anyway. But the same kind of deal is what's going on with writing on stone. And it ends it the bottom line is that the area ends up being from about 15,000 to 10,000 years ago. It was created by glacial retreat, basically, just as the first peoples, the Blackfoot of this area, were coming to the high plains. And although there isn't any evidence of them being down in writing on stone actual valley area until where there's a river going through it until about 4,500 years ago. The stones down there have been written on for some time, for up to 2,000 years. Most of them have been in the last 200 to 500 years. But the neat thing about the stone writings is that they believed that the spirits wrote them. Okay, I talked to another native, and they said, kind of a modified modern version of it, that they believed that their holy men wrote them as inspired by the spirits, which is kind of cool. But that these petroglyphs and hieroglyphs that they have, or petroglyphs that they have down there, are people would come, and it would be like a pilgrimage. They would come and look at these different hieroglyphs, petroglyphs, sorry. And as they did, they would get inspiration from the dead, who would help them answer problems currently, like where should we go hunt, and even sometimes prophesy for them in the future. I guess where we should go hunt is a bit of a prophecy. And so I found that really cool, actually, and I saw the parallel pretty strong with Book of Mormon things, and there's other really cool things there also. As they left the site, they were expected that they were endowed with power and protection as they left this sort of sacred area. So anyway, I'll see if I don't know if this in this app I can send some photos, but I'll see if I can.